If you're interested in hearing all about look number 5 from my fall winter mood board, then please stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. I just want to start out by saying welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit that bell on your way out so you do not miss an upload. And don't forget to thumbs up the video. It definitely helps me more than you know. All right, so we are jumping into today's review. It'll be a pretty quick review, but of course, as I have said, if you've been following along this month, maybe you are newer as well, I will be just reminding everybody throughout the month of March, because we just ended the BHM Pattern Designers Challenge. Since it's kind of still fresh in everybody's mind, people are still watching the roundup video. Thank you everyone so much for watching the roundup video. I know everybody likes the montage just to kind of see what everybody was doing. I do apologize, I'm just getting through some comments. I do apologize if you thought the video went a little fast, but you can slow down the video. On the lower right hand corner of the video there is a settings, and you can click on that, and you can click on the speed that the video is playing, and you can choose a lower speed. So FYI, for those who are saying, oh, it went by too fast, you can slow down the video that way, and that is the best option for actually catching maybe some of those pattern numbers and pattern names that had that was going by the screen. Otherwise, you can pause the video as you're going through it as well. But for those who are interested in the 5-year anniversary of BHM Pattern Designers, I will be hosting a one-day event. The forms have been flooding in, and I greatly appreciate it. But like I said, I do want to continue to kind of push that as many people as possible to fill out that form, because I would like a really good handle on what people are thinking. A lot of the ideas that are coming through are really do line up with what I was thinking about anyway, and then a few new ones. So I greatly appreciate all those who have filled out the form. And of course, I will leave a link to the form. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will leave a link to my roundup video where I announced it and talked about it up in the iCards, and I will leave a link to the interest form down in the description box below. So let's jump into what today's look is. What I am wearing is, I will leave a link to this up in the iCard. This is the Sophelia Studio, the Teamy top, but I made it into an open jacket, and I absolutely love it. I'm actually wearing it with my skirt, which was look number 4, the Style So Me Gia circle skirt. Now for those who are new and like, what is this look 4, 5, 6, whatever, this is from my fall winter mood board, which I had talked about, and I shared all my plans and fabrics and everything that I will be using for it. And so because I had gotten sick early part of the year, things are kind of delayed. By this time, ideally I would have been wrapped up, and I'm actually considering my last 2 looks, which are jackets. Remember, I was going back and forth on those because I got a late start. I might just hold off on those until fall winter this year. We shall see. Let me know your thoughts down. Should I wait, or should I do a summer version of those? One is the legging coat. I'll put a picture here. And the other is the L.E.M. Mac, the modal jacket. So let me know your thoughts. However, I'm thinking I might hold those off, and I will finish 7 of my 9 looks. There are 9 total looks. I'll finish 7 and then add those into my fall winter for later this year. Let me know your thoughts down in the description box. But today we are coming in with look number 5, which I am pairing with look number 4. And so again, look number 4 was a Gia circle skirt. I will be popping up pictures and video. I absolutely love this top. Now here's the thing. If you've been watching any of my videos, I have been loving everything I have been making as of late. Really over the past several months. And honestly do believe it's something about having my colors done. I got my colors done, as you all know, last year in April. I'll leave a link to that playlist up above. And it's just something about the holistic, how I'm able to bring not just, you know, fabrics and my colors, because you all know I always say it's not just about that, but the whole mood that it gives me, pairing my accessories. These earrings came from Being You. She actually, her shop has closed, so I can't link to it, but you know, pairing my accessories and different things that I have, I'm just so excited. I feel like it has re-energized or given some new excitement to my sewing over the past several months, almost a year. And so yes, I'm absolutely loving this, and I'll share because I actually have on the Gia skirt, and because I just wanted to see how this went together, and it goes so well. Okay, let me just show you real quick. So I have on my Teamy. You all know I always wear, I have like 8 or 9 of these, 7, 8 or 9 of these. This is the Rebecca Page strappy cami. Absolutely love it. It's a TNT for me. I'll leave a link to it down below. But here's the Gia circle skirt and the cami, and then the Teamy. It just pairs so nicely. I love it, love it. And maybe a lot of you might, or some of you could be thinking, why are you sewing up all this purple? It's my favorite color, and as you all know, it was in my my color palette, and so various shades of purple I just absolutely love, and they look good on me. I have to say, they do look good on me. And so you'll see in the pictures here, but today is look number 5. Now let me share with you the inspiration look. I always say the inspiration look is really just that, an inspiration look for me, to give me an idea of, okay, this is what I'm in the mood for. So my mood board is really created based off of what I'm in. It's simple, what I'm in a mood for, what I'm in a mood to make. I don't really go off of trends and different things of that nature. Some trends are good and maybe have you think outside the box for certain things, but for the most part I don't usually follow trends or anything like that. And so this was the top, the inspiration top, and then this is the pattern I use, the Rebecca Page Wrap Cardigan. And so initially when I said I was making this, I was making this to pair with the Gia circle skirt, but made in the fabric that's similar to what you see in this inspiration photo. But remember in my previous video, I decided to hold off because I did order extra of that fabric, but again I was holding off because I figured I would make it in the fall, but I was going to make a summer version of the legging. But I'm thinking I'm not really in the mood anymore to make coats. It's pretty much, or a jacket. At first I was thinking I'll just press on, and even though it's out of season, I'll just make it. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not in the mood for that. I'm like, after I have 2 more, this is look 5, I have look 6 and 7 I will be making, because they'll just, you know, transition with me here. But the coats, I'm thinking, why don't we just wait till I'm in the mood, because I'm no longer in the mood to make those, but I still love both of those jackets, and so I still want to make them. I'm just not in the mood to make them at the moment, if that makes sense. Let me know in the comment section if you agree. But anyway, this is the Rebecca Page Wrap Cardigan. For those who are new to the channel or don't know, I am a brand ambassador for Rebecca Page Patterns, and so I've been sewing Rebecca Page Patterns for several years, and so I've only recently become a brand ambassador in the summer of last year of 2021. And so you all know I've always raved about the sizing for Rebecca Page Patterns. Her patterns go up to well, her patterns are starting to be re-released in the curvy range, and the curvy range is the 6C through 15C, the 1 through 10 women's, and then 6C through 15C. At the time this pattern was released, which I usually write down when patterns were released, I don't remember when this one was released. It must have been, I feel like it was fall of 2021, but it is still in her original sizing, which goes up to a 5XL, which is still size inclusive, right? And so just so you know what the sizing is for this, let me just take a quick peek. The sizing for this pattern. It goes up to a 5XL. It starts at an extra small, 31 inches at the chest, and it goes up to 5XL, which is 54 inches at the chest, 50 at the waist, and 57 at the hips. So it's still a good size inclusive pattern pre the curvy range. I imagine at some point the curvy range for this particular pattern will come out, but as you can tell, at least in my opinion, it's still pretty size inclusive. So initially I never intended to do the long sleeve version on this. I said I will always shorten the sleeves, which I absolutely did. And initially I was going to do the button. Well, something, you know, I was thinking about it and I was like, ooh, I love that button feature. But I was thinking, long term, as I continue to shed pounds and everything like that, this top will become too big for me sooner rather than later if I just do a stable button. And so I decided to just do the tie front version. And there is a loop, I'll show you that here momentarily, inside of the pattern that you're supposed to be able to hook it into a button, but I didn't put a button in there because I was thinking right now I closed it with the safety pin with the loop and then tied it on the outside, just because I'm still not sure I want to add a button, because as I continue to shed the pounds, here's the thing, I'm going to be pulling it in even more, and that means I'll have to keep shifting and moving the button. What I did not think of until after I was done is, because you do tie it around in the front, that the what I could have done here was just made this, instead of making this a loop, just instead made it the other tie so it could wrap around me, because here's the other side of the front tie, and had it come through this end, so I could have just tied it that way. I didn't think of that till well after the fact, because I didn't want to do the button on the inside, but you are supposed to have that button on the inside. So I cut out a size extra large, and so for me that size is, let me just tell you, I cut out a extra large, which is a chest of 42, a waist of 35, and a hip of 45. And the reason I did that, two reasons. One, not only because, you know, of the whole weight loss, but because of the fabric I chose. This is a very nice fabric. This is actually from, this is a knit from Girl Charlie. It's in a solid purple. It's a spandex knit. So the spandex knit is a little thinner than your maybe cotton jersey, if that makes sense. You can kind of tell the weight of it, and I really like this weight just because I can still wear something like this in the summer. As you can tell, this cardigan is meant to have something worn underneath, so obviously I wore my strappy cami underneath. It doesn't say, I'd imagine that for the model she probably have on the strappy cami too, I'm just assuming, but at any rate, so it works for me, and I knew that it would continue. I can still get away with wearing it for a little while, even after continuing to size down from where I am. And so yeah, this is it. This is it. One of the things that I will say about the instructions, very super easy. I mean, it's a total of, I didn't time myself this time on how long it took me because I just sewed it over a couple of days. It's a total of 7 pattern pieces. Like I said, the only modification I made was to make it a short sleeve as opposed to the long sleeve version. Plus, you all know I don't care for long sleeves. I'm a sleeveless girl or a short sleeve girl. I don't like long sleeves. But very easy to put together. You use 3/8 inch seam allowance, so you can sew this up on your serger. There is, I will say, oh, for me, and I do have my label. Yes, these are still available on the website. But I did use my purple variegated thread this time. Before I had pink. This is the first time I changed my serger thread in over a month. And so I switched in my pink, my purple before I had the pink in. Now I have the purple variegated thread in there. So that's what I use for serging. And then you have, let me just show you this because I'm going to throw up a clip. The band piece at the bottom is clean on the inside. I don't know. Can you see that? It's clean on the inside. It's a clean finish on the inside. And I'll pop up a clip. How you do that, which was very interesting, is that you fold, you do the burrito method essentially. You fold the bodice before you add the sleeves. You fold the bodice down into the hem band, and then you close it up. You sew it up all the way around the edge. It looks like a snake, and then you leave a hole, an opening in there, so you can pull it out, and then you pull it out, and then voila, you have the clean finish on the inside. And then you're supposed to slip stitch that opening, and you all will be so proud of me. I went ahead and slip stitch, which I need practice on my slip stitching. One thing I can say about this particular pattern, and with all of Rebecca Page patterns, I noticed if she says something like slip stitching or something like that, she actually give you the instructions on how to do a proper slip stitch. And so, but I need practice on mine. So I did slip stitch mine closed. I don't know if you can tell. It's a little on the wonky side if you ask me, but it still turned out nice. So here is that loop. So yeah, after I finished, I was like, you know what, why didn't I just make a tie long enough? I would have had to measure it. So it would have just come out all the way through here. So when I wrapped it across the front of me, I would have had that long tie to tie it in front. But right now, to close it across my left front, I do use this to pin on the inside. So, and that's what I'll just do for now. Because I don't really want to be bothered with adding in the button, taking out a button, you know, as it continues to get bigger on me. But I will say, very nice. The instructions were so super easy. Like I said, you have that clean finish all the way around. Very nice. I absolutely love this, and I love the way it looks with the Gia circle skirt. I still pretty much got that inspiration look. I'll pop that picture back up here, and you should have seen pictures are popping up on the screen. But yes, I like the way it turned out. Very, very, very nice. So yeah, that's all I have. I didn't have any notes. You all know how I like to do it as I go through sewing up something. If there's something in particular that I'm thinking, oh, that instruction, you know, it would have been easier if it just said X, Y, and Z or something like that. There was nothing like that for this particular pattern. So that is nice. So very beginner friendly. I highly recommend it. And yeah, I will definitely make another one of these, and that is the adjustment I will make. I would just make sure that the tie on this loop where I would apply the loop, just put the tie there as opposed to here on the side, so I can just close it all the way around me and leave an opening over here so I can pull it through. So yeah, that's the one thing I would do. Okay, my lighting changed just a little bit, but so anyway, that is it, everybody. I'm absolutely in love with it. Again, this is look number 5 from my fall winter mood board. And so of course at the end I will, you know, pair everything together, because I know it's been kind of spaced out how, you know, everything that I've made so far for this particular mood. So do let me know if you have any questions. Leave them down in the comment section below. But yeah, that is it, everybody. Quick review. Again, the link to the pattern, link to the fabric will be in the description box. Obviously the link to the pattern is an affiliate link, just so you know. And so that is it, everybody. If you have any questions, please let me know. Stay tuned for Sunday. Sunday's video will be a McCall's pattern review in conjunction with Minerva, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Until then, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. You all have a blessed rest of your evening and the rest of your week, and we will see you on Sunday. Bye.